Hey everybody, this is my 10-gallon office tank, and right now I'm treating it for, well, I have what I believe is a fungal infection on one of the fish in this tank, and the only medication I have, unfortunately at the moment, is a medication for bacterial infection. So technically I'm treating for a bacterial infection, but what I have is a fungal infection, so I don't think it's going to do any good. In fact, I'm sure it's not going to do any good, and that's the whole point of this video. If you will look right here, you can see that sort of fuzzy spot. I'm going to try to get close, so I don't know how blurry it's going to get. You can see that sort of fuzzy spot on his pectoral fin. That, I believe, is the fungal infection rather than a bacterial infection. I've been using a product called Maracyn Two, and it is specifically for bacterial infections, not fungal infections. It's a 5-day process, and we are actually 4 days in. And not only is it not improving, but it's actually getting larger, the growth that is. So that's telling me it's not working. There's no point in me even continuing the process. The real question is, what is it doing to my nitrogen cycle? The instructions aren't really clear. I actually made a mistake the first time I read the instructions. They've actually they put, it's a universal instruction pamphlet. It goes in all their products, so you actually have to find your product in their pamphlet to read the instructions, and I read the wrong instructions. I read it for a different product. So when I finally did read the correct instructions, it's still not 100% clear whether it's going to disrupt my nitrogen cycle or not. Now, it's obviously doing something to it. As of yesterday, I was getting a little bit of nitrite climb, and I was up to about 0.25 parts per million on the nitrites. That wasn't enough for me to get too concerned about it, but I am staying on top of it. So what we're doing today is, first of all, we're going to go down and check the water, and we're going to see if I've got any ammonia or nitrites building up, or any more nitrites, I should say. And then, regardless of whether we are or we aren't, we're going to do a big water change. I'm going to get the Maracyn out of there because that's not having any impact at all. And I did buy a new medication, so when we're down checking the water, we'll have a look at that, and then we'll just do a little bit of a quick follow-up after we're done the water change and everything. Again, it's not really going to look any different. I'm just going to do a quick water change, and then we'll come up and finish up with any final thoughts. Alright, well, we're still sitting about the same place we were yesterday. I've got about 0.25 parts per million on the nitrites, so they're not climbing. We did get a little bit of nitrite development, so I'm not exactly sure what that means. Apparently it had an impact on the cycle, but it's obviously not killing off the bacteria, or I would be getting ammonia showing up and I would be getting an increase in nitrites. So again, I'm not really sure exactly what to make of that. This is the product I'm using right now. It's by Mardel, and it is called Maracyn Two. There is a product called Maracyn, and then there's another Maracyn something or other. Let's see what it's called. No, it's on another package, but there are several different Maracyns out there. So this is the one I'm using currently, Maracyn Two. So that's the only one I can speak about. Again, that's enough that I'm concerned about my cycle, but I'm not overly concerned about it. And right here, I actually have some filter material that I took out of a tank last night when I did a water change, so I've got a lot of bacterial load I can dump back in the tank once I've finished my water change. What I'm going to be using next is Pimafix, and this is an actual anti-fungal treatment, and it is all natural. It is made from extracts from the West Indian bay trees. So I've used all natural products before for ick treatment, and it worked just fine. So it should be interesting to see what this Pimafix does. This is safe for inverts, it's safe for plants, it's safe for fry, and it won't hurt your nitrogen cycle either. So this will be our next treatment, and we'll see where we go from there. As far as what's in this, if you're wondering, that's just some snails. While I was at the big chain pet store today, I got them to clean out some of their tanks for me. So that will go into my snail tank, and Butterbean will get a little more of those, or possibly I might feed some of them to my loaches. Maybe I'll shoot a video of my loaches feeding on snails, so stay tuned for that. Anyway, let's go back up and have a little quick before and after. The tank is a little bit cloudy, so the before and after will give you a little bit of an idea of how much cloudiness we pulled out of it. All right. This is the following day now. After I got done with the water change, I went ahead and squeezed those sponge filters out into that bucket of water and poured it in this tank just to sort of revamp the biological cultures in here in case any damage was done. And the tank was just filthy all night long. It had that stuff all floating around in there and everything. So I gave it till this afternoon. Unfortunately, I've not seen the rubber lip all day, so I guess he's hiding in the cave. That's not that unusual not to see them a lot, especially if he does have some sort of infection going on. It might be, getting to the point where it's affecting his behavior. So hopefully this Pima Fix will help with that. I have done the second dose now. As I said, it's the following day. So we're on our second day treatment of Pima Fix. It's a 7-day treatment. So we'll see where we go. We'll see what happens. I'll definitely keep doing updates on this. This is my office tank, but I don't actually have a playlist for it. So make sure you're subscribed. That way you won't miss any updates I have on this tank, and I will put them in my updates playlist. So make sure you're subscribed. That way you won't miss those. So thanks for watching. I wish I had more to show you, but as I said, I've waited all day and I've still not seen that rubber lip. So we're just going to go ahead and call this good. And as I said, I will be posting more updates as things change. So thanks for watching this one. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you real soon on the next one.